Alright, and we are back with another episode of Tales from the Trench. This one was submitted by Shady25111 on Reddit, and they did not say who they were, they just left me a number, so I'm just going to reply to them in the comments and let them know when this is all done and uploaded. But thank you for the submission, and let's get it underway. This is, I think they were mostly Archons, some Legends, maybe a Crusader I saw, but pretty like, I'd say, I think what, that's like 2.6 to 3.7? No, it's definitely, it's the 3K bracket, I'm almost positive. So let's get this underway, it should be fun. So far, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm getting some good feedback on my videos, so this is going really great. For everyone watching who has either consistently watched or just tuning in now, thank you a lot for all your support and views. I really appreciate it. Also, in this video, I turned down a pudge. I turned down my recording setting because it was at 1080p and I noticed some lag in my videos. So now it's at 720p, so that hopefully should fix it while not altering the quality too much. So hopefully it does. If it still looks a bit laggy, remaining. I don't know what to do. But the Pudge, good roaming hero. Looks like he has some pretty skins on him. Yeah, Pudge, if you're good with him, he's just, it's like a mental game. The Nyx, they're kind of their own type of roamer. He is starting in the off lane, most likely, at the beginning. He can be a roamer, though. Not advised. But once he gets his 6, he can be just as lethal as this Pudge. The only problem is this Pudge is going to want to make moves from the get-go. So they're going to have to do something to... They're going to have to put some good wards up to try and counter this Pudge, see where he's going. Maybe if he smokes around a bit. They're losing gold on this.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
The jugs. I like the jug, especially against something like the Pudge, because Blade Fury will mitigate the rot damage for you. You still can get hooked out of it if you're like trying to TP in Blade Fury, and you can still get dismembered. So Pudge still a very good hero against this jug. Tidehunter, a really solid offlane hero, very tanky. He can contest the jug a little bit, especially if you get that Kraken shell. It'll help mitigate the damage a lot from Jug's right clicks. The magic damage coming from Juggernaut's Blade Fury will be it will hurt this Tide though. Unless they get something like maybe a CM, a Shadow Shaman. A Shadow Shaman, well, he can just Kraken shell off the shackles now, can he? The Spectre. I really like the Spectre. Once she hits 6, she can be anywhere. Really help the Pudge with his ganks if he should fail or needs an extra set of hands. The Sand King, this is good for the counter initiation if there's a Ravage coming up and say the Tide lets loose a Ravage. SK can just be like, stay in there, I'm gonna ult, and they'll effectively do more damage. I'm about to sneeze. I apologize.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Wait, so they now have 2 offlane heroes unless this SK is gonna roam.
Turn to pick.
The Necro, I believe that should be their mid pick. Very interesting draft here. I do like the Necro into this Spectre though. Can't hurt him through ethereal form. Also a good way to just delete Spectre, get her out of the game. The Shadow Fiend, I just don't know how to feel about this hero this patch. I think I've said it in a video before. Sky, I really like the Sky. Good silences, good control, good burst, especially for this Necro. He wants to pop ethereal form, just silence. He takes that much more added damage on top of his ethereal form. I'll ult him, dead. I
10
just
seconds
don't know
remaining.
how this SF,
Mirana.
just in general, really fits in this meta. I think this meta a bit 7.07D more so than 7.07C because of the nerfs to like Morphling and DoTA, so he has a bit more easier time in mid now. The Mirana, I don't know where any of their heroes are going on Dire. Jugs is gonna safe lane, but that's all I know. Maybe a mid Nyx against a Shadow Fiend? No. What is this? Alright, let's get into it. Let's see what they're gonna do. Press the little I thing, because I know how to do that now. Let's see.
Prepare for battle.
My pet, thanks
So it's gonna
you.
it looks like it is gonna be a Mirana mid with a support Necro, support Nyx, and an offlane SK. I like that. If this Necro is going to be doing that, I do like this because I do like prioritizing the SK. I feel like he can get more done with a lot less. He definitely no, reverse that. Nyx can get done more with a lot less because he just needs to hit his level 6 and then he can go do things. SK is really going to rely on this farm, get a Blink Dagger up, a Soul Ring, things like that. Gets a ward mid, but it's not too terribly close to the mid lane.
30
It is
seconds to
good for the
battle.
seeing the Pudge, especially during nighttime. But I would have liked, well, maybe they do not have a ward up here. I don't know if Necro's bringing it or who has the other ward. I guess someone didn't buy the other ward, but I really would like them to have a ward maybe up here or maybe even right here close to them so they can see this Pudge trying to hook.
Starting.
Looks like they're not going to contest give the runes to Shadow Fiend. They will contest bottom
First blood on the sand
with the Caustic Finale slow. Looks like they might have hit the arrow and then a Death Pulse, and then it's just a matter of right clicks.
The prize is mine.
On the Tide though, so this is a level 1 Gush. Tide and Spectre with Sky and I don't mind the Sky and Pudge top. I just think... No, I do mind. This Tide should definitely be in the off lane, and this Skywrath should definitely be supporting this Spectre. I don't think this is worth it. Already, SK. It's two melee heroes, and they have a Necro here. He's just gonna be able to just right-click this Spectre down. First in the Desolate, but they're not alone, so Desolate isn't the best choice here, I don't think. Look at this, Spectre's getting nothing. And it's two melees against this Caustic Finale. This SK is going to have the time of his life down here. There's nothing that this Tide and Spectre can do. Even if they pull, like, they'll just be destroying their own tower. The last hits that do come to the Spectre, he doesn't even get. So this is looking very already bad for this bottom lane. He gets Kraken Shell. I mean, I guess that's good because he doesn't want Anger Smash to push the lane. Sorry, I'm a bit sniffly. Well, that's enough bottom lane. Let's look at this mid lane. Looks like Mirana rocking the CS game, getting more denies and more CS than the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend has some damage in his Necromastery, so it should be getting easier to last hit. But no, this Mirana, on point. Already with the Aquila. Damn. Damn! This SF is not having a fun time. Wow. This Mirana's getting almost every last hit tonight. Well, not every, it would be a lot more, but like... She's doing work against him. She's making him struggle a lot. Pudge with the level 2 hook. They're playing Hungry Hooks over here. Goes to level 2 Arcane Bolt 1 in the Ancient Seal. They want to play aggressive in this lane. Jug's not getting any farm. This Pudge out CSing the Jug. This is, again, the same thing. You have these two melee heroes that can't really do anything when this range hero is just right-clicking them. They can't get too close. If they do get too close, they can just rot, silence, and then kill them. They realize the danger in this lane. They're playing safe. There's nothing they can do, though. The only lane that's going well for Dire is the mid lane. I mean... Oh, wait, no. The only lane that's going well for the Radiant is this top lane up here. But it's on a Pudge. A Pudge that wants to roam around and do things. And to support Skywrath. I would hope to support Skywrath, but... And then, bottom. He has 2 points in the Heartstop Aurora. He can just do this. They have that in Caustic Finale. There's no way that these two can stay in lane. Spectre looks like he's trying to get the Midas because he already knows he's going to have to recover. I would say it would be easier. Just get your 6, get a Vanguard or Urn. I'd say get the Urn and just work on helping ganking. And just focus your team on getting the kills. This Tide should go stack camps or something. Farm with his Anchor Smash. Because he's doing nothing but sapping XP from the Spectre. He's not doing anything to help protect her either. If they wanted to go on her, they have a stun, Death Pulse, Caustic Finale slow, and then DJ Nora. And already a 4-minute Blink Dagger on this SK. He can keep going for this. There's no way they can stop him. But he won't. He potentially could have died to tower, so it's actually a smart call. But both of these, level 4 to both of their level 3s, this is a disaster for Spectre. Mid lane, still this Mirana, just rocking it. So SF does have his bottle now, so at least he has some regen, so he isn't as afraid. But now the Mirana with Phase Boots, she's going to do that extra right-click damage. Yeah, she's just going to go in, leap away from the raise, gets hit by 1. But she wanted to get that clarity off and make him burn his mana. If he wants to get his mana back, he'll have to use his bottle, which is extremely inefficient. Using it once is fine, because he did need some health, too. But to completely top off his mana, he doesn't want to do that when he knows there's a potential of him losing so much. Jugs. Still, both of these, the Jug and the Nyx, only level 3 still. Their Pudge goes, stealing their bounty runes. This Nyx is afraid to leave Jug. Without the Pudge, they definitely can't get a kill. Of course, the stun opens up. Will do nothing, just some harass. They bait out the Blade Fury. Pudge coming in, they don't have the Blade Fury now. Pudge can get a hook, and there's no way to stop Jug from dying now. Bottom. They're just, again, still just chilling there. Necro gonna go for the quick Veil.
Illusion.
He has a level 2 Anchor Smash. This Tide needs to go jungle. He needs to get his 6. Arrow flies out. Does hit the SF. Gonna leap in. Starstorm hits him. And the Phase Boots and the Illusions. Too much damage. Shadow Fiend goes down. There goes his souls. Down to 14. Now he has no damage when he returns to lane.
Middle tower could use some help.
And there we go. Tide is going to go farm up some stacks. I mean, one jungle camp, but he's gonna die to this. That's all his gold he just got.
To the bottom I go.
You wither.
0-4.
Thank you.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Yeah, Nyx gets hooked, but he does pop his Spike Carapace. They're gonna try and go. Will they have enough damage? They will not. He'll get the TP out. Jugs. Looks like he got hurt too. He's gonna shrine up potentially. Gonna wait for the Marana. Max efficiency. SK on his way to his mana boots. Gonna pop the ult. Blink in. The stun. And down goes Spectre. Can he get this tied? Is Necro gonna come around and try and finish this off? I think he is. He can definitely do this. There goes the blink stun, and that is a dead tide. This bottom lane. They popped the scan here. I don't know why. That's not going well. Shadow Fiend coming in. He has a haste. Trying to get some kills. Gets the right clicks on Necro. Pops the Marana ult. There's nothing he can do. Still hasted. Gonna try and burst him down, but he is in biz. He gets the stun. He has no right click damage. He has to rely entirely on his raises. A wasted haster and a wasted rotation. The Spectral Dagger just barely not enough. Will they most likely will use the shrine, but here comes the Marana. Looking for her own aggression, but they did ping it out. The Tide sees it. And they're pinging the Spectre like crazy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dominating.
That Spectre should have gotten back. The SK will die for this. But again, that's another kill on your carry, and this SK doesn't really care. He has his mana boots and blink. He can kill anyone whenever he wants now. Ult in 30 seconds. The harass coming out from the Skywrath up top. Healing ward coming out. This Skywrath has to be careful. He does have 15 wand charges. Pudge playing Hungry Hooks. Is level 6 now. He does have the Dismember. Manages to get a creep. He almost has his Rod of Atos. 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes in, he almost has his Atos. And Tranquils. What does Jugs have? Jug doesn't even have his boots. He doesn't even have brown boots. This is very sad for him. Pops the Soul Ring. They're gonna get the Sun. Blade Fury coming out. But he doesn't have boots, so this Pudge is easily outrunning him. He's gonna Dismember now, knowing that he doesn't have the stun, but the Spike Carapace stun. The hook comes out, and he gets the kill on the Jug. Here comes Shadow Fiend. The stun hits. Will he be able to get this raise off? Use the E. There he goes. He gets it. Some much-needed souls. Much-needed damage. Much-needed farm. He is gonna go to the Shadow Blade route.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Skyrath. Ult off the mark. Here comes the SK ult though. Will go onto the Tide. The Tide goes down. Making even trades, but this Sky has no more mana now. He has mana for 1 Q. He's gonna end up using it. Yeah, and he's gone. Spectre does get a Midas. I didn't see the timing, but that's good. He needs that. He. Remember. Use the Shadow Amulet to dodge the Starstorm. Dragonlance up on the Marana. Nyx, I believe he was Vendetted. Gets the hook, spiked Carapace. Oh, cancels the Dismember. Here comes the Spectre. Where's she gonna jump in at? She's not jumping anywhere. They do get the Nyx on that. They lose Sky, but the Nyx, the Skywrath is actually a more valuable kill. I'm pretty sure at this point. Yeah, this Nyx has nothing. He's broke. But now, Jug up top. He does have his brown boots now. He's getting some space. Almost level 6. He's gonna wait for this bounty rune. He should be taking this camp. He has a healing ward. He should be taking these camps right now to really help accelerate his farm. Pudge attempts to hook the rune a little bit off the mark. Spec level 7 now to this Necro's level 7. Looks like he will go the Vanguard. I like this. TPing top. Why? Just to get his Ring of Health? And now he's
Radiant's
just
middle
walking around.
tower is under
I
attack.
don't agree with that play.
I guess Radiant fortified their structures.
Here comes the Nyx Vendetted, trying to get some kills. Necro's aware of this. They're gonna Veil. Oh, but the silence comes out. And he will die. Sky. Looks like he's fine. Marana gets another kill on the SF, and then Pudge follows up. Pudge gets a return kill on this SK. Did they? It looks like they did commit the SK ult, the epicenter,
Are
to
those
this.
cracks in Dire's top tower?
But a Shadow Fiend for an SK, I would take that trade all the time. This SK is
They're beating on
he's
Dire's
not
top
really
tower.
hurting that much. Shadow Fiend, he's coming back a little in the last hits, but if he keeps getting killed like this, then his souls go away, he has no damage. Once he gets the Shadow Blade up, his Requiem of Souls isn't going to do damage if he doesn't collect any souls.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Necro prioritizing this Heartstopper aura. I think in lane it was fine, but I think Death Pulse should definitely be prioritized afterwards. Especially since, well, no, yeah, he definitely should. That's what his ult runs off of now. So the Blink comes out onto the, yep, and that is a deleted Spectre with the Scythe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's down for 30 seconds. He didn't even use his Midas. That Midas could have been off cooldown for this 30 seconds. He was dead.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
The arrow off the mark. Silence comes onto the Marana. Just some harass coming out from the Skywrath. Still doing some significant damage to this Marana. She should definitely be careful about the Skywrath. The Skywrath is has been making plays. Tide now has his arcane boots, level 8. They seem to have caught up a good bit from the early game. It's not as bad, but actually, yeah, they're still keeping pace. Just a 1k net worth above. Here comes hook onto the Necro, will ethereal form and just run away. Spectre just chilling on this cliff right here. Don't know what he's doing, maybe looking at the map, waiting to haunt. Here comes the Moonlight Shadow on top of the epicenter. Ravage, counter initiate. Will the Skywrath still die though? SK's going for it. Nyx is going for it. They have vision of him. He will die, but Marana will get the kill. Tide safely TPing out. SK's looking for him, but can't find him. He cancels the TP. They're just gonna get some right clicks and knock him down. The Ados onto the Marana. The Dismember. Just some right clicks. This Marana's going down. And Spectre should definitely come in and commit to this kill on the Necro. They need this. If this Necro dies, this is huge. The Ados comes out again. The hook. And they give it to the Shadow Fiend. Amazing. They needed that to happen for them. They take down their highest net worth player, I'm almost positive. Yeah, they take down 2 of their highest net... Did they take down the SK? I didn't see. No, because SK used his Epicenter and then got the fuck out of Dodge. So SK still lived, but they got down the Marana and the Necro, and both kills went on the Shadow Fiend. I believe he should have a Shadow Blade now. It looks like he has it delivering to him now in the courier. This is much needed. Spectre? He does finish up this Vanguard. 16 minutes in, Vanguard Midas. Not bad. He will be able to tank this up. Just blade into the, oh, the ult. Not enough. Tide coming in. Gonna right-click this Jug. Might just get him. Does get him. A Jug for a Spectre. That's... I mean, I'd say that's about an even trade. Both of them have a pretty shit lane. Bottom.
Another put down.
Marana gets some revenge on the Skywrath. Nyx is gonna TP out to the shrine. He could have just walked. I think that's a waste of a TP. But time efficiency, I guess. A Lincoln Sphere coming out for this Marana so she doesn't have to deal with the Skywrath anymore. Necro buying some wards. Nyx Here comes a Shadow Fiend, his newly picked up Shadow Blade. They don't have vision on the dire side, but they did say Shadow Fiend is missing. Maybe the Nyx saw him go invis with the Shadow Blade. They do have this ward here, so it could have caught him right here as he went invis. Tied. SK sees him.
I'll take your tribute.
Just gets the ward. Blink dodged the Ados. Very nice. Haste picked up on the SK. Maybe trying to make something work with that. Mirana still doesn't have that Lincoln's. She can't get away. She might die for this. She leaps away, but that bolt is still going to hit her. Spectre staying still. Stun off the mark, but Nyx follows up with a stun, and then the Reaper Scythe flies out. Again, a deleted Spectre. The Spectre needs to play safer. Mirana did end up dying to that Arcane Bolt. Leaps did not save her from that. So, I mean, that Mirana's still dying, so here comes the SF ult coming in. Delete, it's the Nyx. Hook onto the Necro to the Dismember.
Cross their creep feline.
You have the Ravages. This Tide almost has his Blink Dagger. 17-minute Shadow Blade. Same top Jug. I mean, respectively, each lane gave each other the hard time. I don't think this BM is really well deserved, but no BM ever is. The creep eats the arrow. They have MLS, but they do have a sentry right on the cliff of this tower vision. Jug continually farming, almost has, well, 2,000 off from his Battle Fury, but he is level 11 now, catching up quite a bit. Staying pretty much on par with the Spectre. Shadow Fiend recovering very well. He's going to go for the full magic damage build. I think it's a good call here. SF will go and visit the SK ult. The Ravage will fly, but there's no follow-up. Here comes the SF Invis, but he does not have his ult. This Invis is about to run off. He's in the middle of 3 heroes. This SK is going to blink stun. Nyx, no stun. But, oh, the Reaper Scythe just came off cooldown. They don't use it, they just get the kill. Nyx will drop, the Haunt will fly out. Tide gets scythed and down. SK will just stun away. But this Necro looks like he's in trouble. He's still getting double damage from this rock because there's ethereal form. He's asking for this and he goes down. This Pudge, I mean, I can't say it's entirely skill, but the Atos and hook, right on the money. The Atos makes it really easy to hit those good hooks. Also, just a very useful item. Tanking up gives him the int too. A very good support item now. It looks like the Skywrath wants to build an Atos as well. They have so many ways to pop Lincolns once Mirana does get it.
Has looked better.
For the hunt.
And it looks like we'll have the SK and the Nyx TP bottom. The stun, another stun. They don't have a Ravage or anything. Pudge will save the Skywrath and that'll be the end of it. They don't have the damage to kill this Tide. Meanwhile, Spectre going back to farming as he should. Gonna look for a Blade Mail. I don't know if the Blade Mail is the best item, but it will give him some added tankiness. And maybe if that, like, the Nyx or the SK goes on him, maybe the Mirana with the Starstorm, it will be good, but... SK hits a 2, and they'll use the MLS and just disengage, saving the Nyx. Good awareness from the Mirana. Or maybe the Nyx just panicked into the mic. Either or. Jug, still farming. Just 400, 600? 400 off from his Demon's Edge. From his Battle Fury. Spectre,
Dire's top tower is under
just
attack.
300 away from the Blade Mail. I will say I do like that he's going more combat oriented rather than farming. Like he realizes that he needs to get in this fight as soon as possible and get in the game and make himself useful. His team is probably also pressuring him to do so. And there's the blade mail. They have this really safe ward. See, if they had a ward even like right here on their rune, they would have seen the Skywrath just alone farming these camps. Solo smoke on the Skywrath. He's looking for a pick. This ward doesn't even see him. But they do see that ward now. Blade mail being popped. He still goes down because guess what? He used Omni Slash. That's why I don't like the blade mail. Ty just gonna push this tower out. He is gonna work on the pipe, or at least the hood. A very good pickup. Blink dagger now on Pudge. Nice last hit. SK farming up, trying to finish his eggs, get that extra range. Shadow Fiend also farming. He really wants to. He has his Ags now. They better not be flaming him. He's 23 minutes in. He has his Ags and Shadow Blade now. He's only a little more than 100 under the. Here comes the Requiem. It will burst down. There we go. He's online. The Jugs just got deleted by that. Silence onto the Nyx, and he's just gonna die for this. The Ravage comes out to disengage Skywrath. Just gonna drop the ult on this SK. Gonna just keep Arcane bolting him. They want this SK as much as possible, but Necro, he doesn't have mana for his ult. The arrow comes out, misses. Tide's trying to go after this Invis hero with no dust or anything, and he will just die for it.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Top. SF getting the first tower for them.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
SF now top of the net worth. I really like the magic damage build, SF, especially in this game because they don't have SK. Is he a strength hero? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a strength hero. Nyx is an agility hero, but
like Dire fortified their structure.
They don't really have much tank on the side of Dire. So this magic damage will just clip right through him. And Mirana, she went for the Linked Sphere. She's gonna go for the Butterfly, knowing that the Shadow Fiend has his Ags and is committing heavily to the magic build. His right-click damage isn't that much. He has 46 on Necro Mastery because of his Ags now. Oh wait, no, or is that talent? No, that's because of his Ags. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's because of his Ags. Pudge, really ballsy underneath the tower, but he will just get dusted.
Your phase ends.
They have vision of this Nyx. They want the Skywrath. He's gonna hide in the trees. They think he's gonna keep going deeper, but he jukes them. He's just gonna stay there patiently. He should move his TP to his backpack. He wants to get out of here before things get too hairy. Akaya now picked up on the Shadow Fiend. He is committing so heavily to this magic build. Skywrath tries escaping through their tower. Why didn't he just TP out? It was out of his backpack.
Middle tower has fallen.
And he just essentially feeds to the tower.
Top tower
Jug now pushing this T1. He does have his Battle Fury now. Where's the Spectre at?
Regeneration.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like Spectre was also pushing this.
Long.
Now going for the Radiance. I think this is perfect timing. It's only a 2k net worth advantage on the other side. The Shadow Fiend, he can show up to fights and easily win them for the team. They have the Ravage, they have the Requiem of Souls, and they have this Pudge who's now has 4 stacks of Flesh Heap. Only 7 stacks of Flesh Heap, but still 24k 2.4k HP at 26 minutes. He's still rather difficult to deal with.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ados pops, but just runs in a straight line. This Pudge eating the arrow. They have 4 here committed, but the Spectre just chilling top, getting experience, getting this farm. Not too far off from the Radiance. Just another, a little bit over 2k gold. Same with this Jug, just going around and farming. He now has his Yasha. They're sitting here. They could definitely MLS and just go. Well, if they add sentries to D-ward. He has 4 wards on him.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to
This
take this
Necro
abuse.
now going for the Sacred, for the Radiance as well. Nyx, oh, just picks up his Blink Dagger. Okay, I was about to say, he has nothing. They see the Shadow Fiend. They're gonna hit the Atos. Oh, but Tide blinks in, the Ravage whiffs, but it still catches the Necro. The MLS comes out, and they don't have any vision up there. They did see the Shadow Fiend do that, though. Tide. He should have waited for the blink. I mean, waited for the hook to catch the Necro, because that was getting the Necro. There's no doubt about that. Pop the Lincolns with the Atos. Pudge blinks in. They want this Necro. Necro will go down. The Haunt gets popped. SK ult flying. But it's not enough damage. That Pudge is too tanky. The hood on the Tide as well. The magic damage isn't enough anymore. Here comes the Spectre. Gonna get this Shadow Fiend with the raise. They hit the arrow onto the Shadow Fiend. Skywrath will fall down to the Mirana. But they just lose out. All the while Jug farming top. He has level 3 Omni Slash. I think he could have... He's the physical damage. He needs to do something in this. The hook, just a little bit off the mark.
Radiant have fortified their structures.
They will get this tower, though.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
All in all, a good fight. The gold swing looks like a little bit over 1,000 gold swing in the favor of the Radiant.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's look at these last hits.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is
Oh,
fallen.
Spectre and Shadow Fiend have the same amount.
Radiant's top tower
Tide!
deserves just
He'll
as much help as
eat
fallen.
this
Radiant's top
arrow
tower
and then
has
just
fallen.
dies.
It is only
That arrow isn't hard to see.
man should rule the
It is
tide.
nighttime, but I actually don't know. Maybe he didn't have vision of that. Someone pings out this ward. I think it was Pudge. Oh no, I think Necro pinged it out and thought they had vision there. But no, they do not. SK, does he want to go and put these wards up now? I think he definitely should. Jugs still farming.
I'll take your tribute.
Necro almost to that Radiance. But so is the Spectre. The Spectre's about to have the Radiance, and once that comes online, it's gonna hurt. This Mirana, I really don't think the SF lets the Requiem fly, but the MLS comes out. But even before that, he pops a Blade Fury. He could have canceled that animation. Omni Slash onto the Pudge, and he will just die to this. I think that was such a misplay. Pudge should have followed the SF and backed out.
Regeneration.
Also, now he just burned his ult. That's his damage. SK. He'll put a ward up here, but they see that. They can deward that easily right now. They will open up with a stun. The ult comes out, then another stun. They see him. He's dusted. This is a dead SF.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Atos comes out. The ult off the mark just a bit, but they will keep going. He's silenced up. The Radiance is breaking the blink. He can't do anything. But they will get a T2 for this.
Middle tower has fallen.
And they're rotating over. They know they're there. They want to get this kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Spectre daggering out, trying to desperately to escape.
Radiant's middle tower
will
could
get
use
out.
some help.
The T3 is more than halfway down. They just took the T2 and it's already done this. The double siege creeps doing work. Jug's working on the diffusal blade. Now is his Manta as well. 222 last hits. He's catching up fairly nicely. Catching up, he's caught up. He's not afraid of these people anymore. If he gets Atos here or anything, he can just Blade Fury out. Atos onto the illusion. Now that they know these two TP down here, so they know that. Well,
I'll take that.
I don't
as
know if they
tribute.
know, but I know. They could go on the Spectre now. These two, if they saw her, but they did just get that dewarded, so they don't. Mirana's still committed to this butterfly. with all the it's all magic damage on the side of Radiant. I think she should definitely get a BKB. This Jugs needs a BKB as well on top of his Blade Fury. After this Diffusal Blade, I want to see him go a BKB. This Necro, he needs a BKB. They need BKBs on all their cores. SK, he's going BKB. He knows what's up. This SK has been making plays. Feeding and getting a bit too... Not feeding, but getting a bit too ballsy at times. Right now. Everyone's just running around the map, trying to find some farm, trying to find some vision, look for the next pickoff somewhere. Spectre's content to keep farming. Pudge with a hood of his own. Tide gonna finish up the Greaves rather than finish up the pipe. I think part of me is fine with this, because the Greaves are a good item as well, but then Pudge should definitely... Yeah, Pudge is going to finish the pipe. He has it queued up. Jugs! Going for the butterfly, but where's their right-click damage? They're going to MLS. They have vision. They see it all right here. This SF is just going to... Did he not see it? This SF's going to go down for that. He gets arrowed, stunlocked, then that Reaper Scythe flies out, and he is gone.
And leave a purulent corpse.
Now they regroup as 5, and they just want to push into these racks. Skywrath just trying to harass a bit. The stun hits, the arrow misses. Oh, the Ag's range, but he doesn't, he undershoots it. But the Skywrath still goes down. Manta popped, he's going for the tower, gets the tower. Ravage flies out, Haunt flies out. Mirana, she will die to the tower, it looks like. She dies to the tower, SK ult comes out. The Shadow Fiend will go down, the Spectre goes down. But here comes the Omni Slash from the Jug. He will get hooked. There's a Dismember ready. He doesn't dismember. This is Rax. This is at least one lane of Rax. Here comes the Pudge, buys back. The Tidehunter buys back as well, but what can they really do? Pudge hits the hook. Gets a Dismember, but this Jug, he's gonna go down to this. Oh no. And he was hitting the melee rack, so it's just gonna regen.
You're dead.
That was a misplay on the Jug's part. He wasn't Ados when he got hooked. He Blade Furied, so he definitely could have dodged the hook. SF going back, building up some souls so he can have some damage. Does finally realize he needs that BKB. Skywrath, Ados complete now. It looks like he's gonna try and get the Yules next. Tide now finished up with the mech. Just needs it delivered to him. Oh, Manta on the Spectre.
Illusion.
The Spectre from both of these, the Spectre and the Shadow Fiend from the early game, has caught up remarkably well. Already level 25, 36 minutes in the game. I wonder what he'll get. Plus 20% Haunt illusion damage or plus 8% dispersion. That'd make 30% damage reflected.
Vanish.
I'm not sure. MLS is popped? For what? They think this is the real Skywrath? No, they don't. That was intentional. Okay. It's definitely not the real Skywrath. Yeah. Okay. So he was just stunning to push the wave out. Almost got that BKB. Mirana gonna try and finish up this Hurricane Pike. Jug still committing to this Butterfly. They will put a ward up in their jungle. Nyx coming out to scout, but they have wards here.
Tower's got problems.
Spec split pushing with his Manta. Tide content to just chill in base for a bit. They have this ward here. There they go, they're gonna deward it. But they know that all of them are sitting in base right now, so they're just gonna push lanes. They're gonna take this T1.
To Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Mirana will go top, farm up this lane. They need to make a play.
I'll take your
They should smoke. They see them all under this ward. They should smoke and go into them. They know that, who isn't there? Mirana's not there. MLS still on cooldown. Mirana does have the TP, but... now both teams just go back to farming. They shouldn't be making moves on each other. They should be making moves to Roche or anything like that. The Haunt comes out just to scout. Looks like they were looking towards the Roche, but Spec made him back off. There's a double damage rune. Pinging it out aggressively. He just takes it so they don't. Denies them. It does have the BKB now. They think they're in Roche. Blink in to check. They're not. Even to commit the scan on top of Roche, I think that was the Dire scan. They will smoke. And are they gonna do this Roche? Or are they gonna look for a kill? They see the Nyx mid. Yeah. They don't know this. They're all just walking into creep camps, just doing nothing. They could be pushing out this lane. They could be pushing out this lane. They could be contesting the Roche that is now down. Goes onto the Mirana. Picking out the shrines. They want to take the shrines. They want to take this step by step. Making sure to cut off the resources on the map for the Radiant. SF almost has enough for this BKB. Spectre, is he working on a BKB? He's working on the heart now. We'll use these Manta illusions to continue pushing, try and divert the attention away elsewhere. SK pops a blink and force staff to try and get there, but not in time. They're pinging this. Do they think this is the real one? No. They're pinging it. They think it is. It is not.
I'll take that as tribute.
Spectre. We're just gonna continually farm. The Spectre's doing exactly what she needs to do. She, he, it, they, whatever you want to call it. Spectre. Almost to the heart, too. How are they going to deal with this? This Mirana, the butterfly, I just think doesn't make sense.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, now that SF does have his BKB, and
Radiant
the heart
structures
completed on the
have
spec,
been
I don't think they have the damage to deal
Dire's
with them
middle
anymore.
tower isn't going
They
to
have the...
last long.
Do they have the pipe?
Radiant's bottom tower's got
He's-
problems.
Okay, Tide is now finishing up a pipe, but they already have a pipe.
Radiant's
So they have
bottom
two...
tower has
They're about to
fallen.
have two
Just went
pipes.
down.
Bit of a mis-itemization there.
Better help Dire's
Triple
middle
arrows
tower.
come out from Mirana.
Not much good's happening
They're just
to
gonna push this.
Radiant's
They have the Haunt comes out, the Ravage comes out, and here we go. The ult hits onto two. Necro will go down. Here comes the SK ult. He's BKB'd. There's no way to stop him. Here comes the Shadow Fiend ult, but it does no damage to this SK. But it will do no. His ult will do no damage to the Shadow Fiend.
Dire's middle barracks are taking
Jug
fire,
got bursted
which
down in there because he doesn't have a BKB. He has a butterfly. Too much magic damage for him to deal with.
Dire's middle barracks are
Mirana, the
taking
Aegis
damage.
did get popped. She's just gonna try to get out of this. They're gonna
Dire's
keep
middle
pushing.
barracks have fallen.
The Shadow Blade comes in, but they have no way to stop her. The creeps are at their base, though. They'll
Dire's
lose
middle
their
barracks have
barracks. They lost their mid barracks to creeps. The silence comes out. The stun on the 2. The arrows come out of a siege creep takes it. They're just gonna back up. Top is pushed out. They're gonna go top. Either that or they're gonna get the shrine. They should honestly get both. Spectre building his Vanguard into a Crimson Guard. I think he should definitely build it into an Abyssal Blade. There's no reason he should get a Crimson Guard.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
But here we go. 5K, 4K. They're quickly losing their gold advantage. Let's look at the net worth. See where we went. Highest in net worth. Still, Mirana high up there. But the Jugs now surpass him in the Spectre on top of everybody. Triple arrow comes out, just barely misses the Shadow Fiend. The stun comes out though. BKB gets popped. He just wants to tank it and get this tower down. But the BKB, that would have been good if he did get those hits on the tower, but it will be wasted and they'll decide to just get back. Smart choice. Go back to farming his creep. He cancels his TP. He gets it canceled by the SK. SK pops his BKB, pops the ult. He's just going to try and use it on this Pudge, but the Pudge has a pipe and 10 flesh heap stacks. There's no way he's dying to all this magic damage. There's no way. He does get stunned, so here comes the physical damage from Mirana. They will get the kill.
The stench of death is upon you.
Going back to farming this Crimson Guard, I think the Abyssal Blade would have been so much better. Actually, on the SK, now that he has the BKB, there's nothing that can stop his ult.
I'll take your
Haunt, then just reality shift to one of the illusions that's by the SK. Abyssal Blade, no more SK ult, because that's what's hurting them this fight. The SK ult alone isn't enough. But if they use, if even one of them dies the SK ult, then the SK ult was used well. So if you can just prevent a death like that from happening, the Radiance turns off, but now it's on. Jug with the butterfly going for the MKB now, but no one has evasion on the side of Radiant. Granted, the MKB is just a good damage item, but I think even since the nerf to it now, only 75% true strike.
Coin for me.
He needs a BKB. Mirana gonna build a Mjolnir. Nyx with a level 1 Dagon at 45 minutes. 8k gold. So the second these guys realize that they're down, they're going and farming. The second that the map is empty, they're going, they're farming, they're taking back control of their lanes, and then the Radiant isn't pressing the advantage they just had. They just took Rax, they took the T2 top. They lost the Pudge up here, and then they just lost the Pudge up here, and then they retreated. They should have just went through all these camps, taken their farm, pushed out the lanes back up, make sure that they don't give any room for the Dire to recover like this. The Yules is up now on the Skywrath. Looks like he's going to go for the Ags next. Looks like they're going to check the Roche. This is what they're waiting for. They want the next Roche to be able to push high ground again. They will take the shrines. Rana's spamming out the arrows just in case. They don't have any good vision down at the moment. But they, before this ward died, they did see that 3 heroes were here. They didn't see the Necro, but they did see everyone else. And they're just gonna stay in base. Does anyone have bots on their team yet? No? No, the Shadow Fiend does. He should definitely go push out this wave. Divert attention elsewhere, or go mid and push out the wave, because that is their heavier creep line, so it will naturally push. If they just give it a little shove, the creeps will be knocking down at their tier 4s, and then they don't want to make this push that they're doing right now. But they are going to come. Necro getting some vision down. But The arrows come out. Onto who? Onto the Pudge, so he can't react. Here comes the MLS. They'll hook the Necro. Dismember. Here they come. Tied with the good Ravage. The stun coming out. BKB popped. The damage with the Shadow Fiend. Nyx is down. The Necro is down. Mirana, she leaps, but it's not enough. Jugs, his Omni Slash didn't do anything to them because the Guardian Greaves that were, not the Guardian Greaves, the mech that was popped. And here comes Spectre, gonna haunt. Continue to press this, get these kills. Not enough damage, especially. There's that butterfly. And there we go, 3k value swing. The Juggernaut does buy back, but is there really much he can do? They have full 5, and Spectre saying to get back. They're up a Rex. They can get this T2 bottom. They can get the Shrine, which is what they will do. SF has TP boots on cooldown. 8 seconds. They should continue to pressure this. At least force the Necro to buy back.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're gonna keep pushing. Looks like they're gonna back off after this. They should back off and Roche. If they back off here, they need to Roche. Double pipe build. Much magic resistance. Sky. Places down a casual scent. I would be fine with that if they were pushing. Right. Okay, it looks like they are rounding up. Some flame coming from the SF.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
This SF has actually been playing very well. Spike Carapace stuns up the Spectre though. Here comes the SK ult BKB. The pipe gets popped, so they're taking no damage from this. The SF ult will fly. The Reaper Scythe onto Spec, but it will not kill him. Here comes the Omni Slash, but it's mostly onto creeps. Tide looks like he's gonna go down for this. Everyone else is gonna just back up. Sky also goes down. And they didn't lose anyone on the side of Dire. Solid defense. We saw the gold swing go from 1k and now it's back up to 3k in their favor.
Illusion.
They're gonna push. Still working towards this MKB.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Prioritize the range racks. They know they can get that so easily. Swap over to the range racks, but now they'll just be even racks for racks. Other racks are exposed. Mirana's pushing out bottom. But SK is nowhere near them. They need to get back. They can't do this. Spiked Carapace comes out and Fear the Hook. Octarine Core now on the SF.
I'll take your tribute.
Brings it down to 45 seconds. I don't know what this Spectre should definitely get TP boots, get boots to travel, sell this Crimson Guard and get an Abyssal Blade. SK continually pushing out the lane. He was able to push the lane from all pretty much right here all the way down, and they made no rotation over to him. Granted, he does have escape, but they have Haunt.
Coin for me.
It was the Radiant Scan. They see it turn red because of the SK. But they go invis. They see it though. They're gonna silence the SK. Where's the BKB? Now he pops it. The SF ult flies out, doesn't do damage because the Mirana now has a BKB. The SK ult gonna fly, but they have vision or the Tide ult comes out. Shadow Fiend gonna focus this Mirana, gets the arrow out. Here comes the Omni Slash. The SF will run away from it, and the Omni Slash doesn't hit anybody. It does take down the Pudge. The Spectre now getting stun locked. There's no way he can get out. The ult flies out, but the Dispersion will kill the Mirana as well. That was a really nice Ravage. If I think Mirana and SK were still BKB'd, but it was still good to hit on to force the Juggernaut to use Omni Slash. Here comes the ult flying out from the SF. It's coming back around. Oh, gets the Nyx. SF no, SK no BKB, but the SF is just gonna get right clicked. A lot of damage coming out from this Juggernaut now. Alright, gotta love the BM. Alright, so they're just gonna push out the lanes. The Guardian Greaves are now complete. Jug, he's just gonna solo this Roche, but this is the third Roche. Where's the refresher shard? Oh no, this is the second. I'm stupid. This is definitely the second. They see this though. They're gonna go on this. Only 20 seconds until his ult's up. They don't want to fight this. But the Radiant can take this. SF wants this. If he gets that, oh, it's not a refresher shard. I just said this. But if he gets the cheese, that'll be super helpful for him. Actually, I don't think he needs the cheese. I think the cheese should definitely go onto the Spectre. The Aegis should go onto the Spectre, but they're not here.
I wonder where he goes.
Put the bottle in your backpack for the Aegis. Okay. And now the gold lead is swapped. Nope, it's like just hundreds in difference right now. Dire's gonna get back now. They're on the fence. They feel like they can't really leave their base safely.
Easy shot.
Even this creep wave right here, Mirana's, you can see she's kind of afraid to even farm it. Now that they have the numbers though. Picking out the Roche, I don't know what for reason they just took it. SF gonna TP bottom. Continue to farm up. Mirana immediately pings this out and wants to go on this SF. They know he has the Aegis. If he dies solo, then there's no chance of pushing the AC on the Spectre. I like this a lot. Especially since the Shadow Fiend has no real physical damage. He does have his presence aura, so that helps armor. But the Spectre AC will make it a lot easier to push the towers now and get objectives. The heart. This Pudge has 5k health and he's still just ticking down. He'll get ult, but the Scythe doesn't kill him. Goodness. The BKB coming out from the SK, but now he's charging up his ult. But what is it going to hit onto? The Yule's out by the Skywrath. The ult will fly from SF, but who does it hit onto? The Aegis gets popped. The Omni Slash does take down Tide as well. They want to keep going onto the Spectre, but SF is back up. Where'd the cheese go? I think Skywrath had it. He just ate the cheese. Now it's 3-on-4. They still have Necro. But this Necro is alone. They can go now on him. But they don't know he's alone. The Atos comes out. He's gonna force staff away and not be able to do anything. SF taking their jungle away from them. He does go with a plus 8% dispersion. 40% cooldown reduction. 40% cooldown reduction. And then this is a 25.
I'll take your
70%. 70%? Is that how it stacks? 70% cooldown reduction? That's ridiculous. Am I adding right?
Double damage.
40 plus 25. I thought that said 45. Okay, 65. That is 640 plus 25 is 65, everybody. Just so y'all know. Math was never my strongest suit. SF sitting on top of 8k gold. The Spectre sitting on top of 4k. Sell that Crimson Guard and get an Abyssal Blade. Or get BOTs. I know you have Haunt, but BOTs. I think SF has plenty of mana to work with this Ags and this Octarine. I think he should definitely sell the Kai and get... I'm not sure. An E-Blade might be good. E-Blade might actually be very good. Or maybe a Bloodthorn, just to get some damage out. Also, break that... Does it break Butterfly? I'm pretty sure. Gets hit by the sun, but just a millisecond. Pudge. Blinks in, but they immediately go invisible, so they don't know where they go. They do see from the Haunt where she's going. But this wave isn't pushed in at all. Look at this. The creeps are still down here. The creeps are almost at their barracks on the top lane. They're looking for a pick-off, but they're not going to be able to capitalize off of it. Bot is now pushing in. It should be at their rack soon. They should stay here and commit to this push.
Illusion.
They're just going to split up. Split up and farm to their own devices. Spec going top and farming. They do ping it out. They see that he is alone. Is that just blind, or I think he saw him in the trees. SK now going to build a sheep stick. Or sell the Crimson Guard and get a BKB, especially with the sheep stick coming out. You don't want to get sheeped. Mirana flying out the arrows. SF just turns tail immediately. He doesn't want to deal with that. SK getting closer and closer to this. There it is, the bot's on the Spectre. SK getting closer and closer to this sheep stick. Nyx building a sheep stick as well. Jug content to keep farming. Gets a Shadow Blade. He's been living in the fights, but like I still think a BKB is a good option. Or bots. I think bots should be prioritized at this stage. If a game is past 60 minutes, you need bots on your hero. Tide. Working on the refresher orb now. Can I ping it and see how much? No, I can't. Quick maps. The Hyperstone. I mean the Moon Shard. Just eat it and put the Monkey King in. Just... yeah, he should definitely just eat that and put the Monkey King bar in his inventory. Why is he not?
Shadow, take us.
The MLS comes out. They do have sentries here though. They're gonna see them come for this. The arrows fly out so they know they're there. Pudge just barely misses. They see them all right there on the low ground. They should turn and fight this right now. They see them. They have the sentries. They're just going to keep pushing. They should have taken that fight there rather than on their high ground, what they're about to do. Did they not see them? The Haunt comes out. They definitely know where they all are now. They're just going to chunk this tower down. They do use the Fortify, but here they come. Mirana arrow hits onto the Pudge. But the siege creeps are doing work. They're just going to continue to get this tower down. They get a hook. They hook the Necro. They ult him. Is it enough damage though? BKB gets popped. The Ravage comes in. The SK does not get interrupted, and down goes the Tide. The Necro buyback. SF goes down. The SF buyback. He's going to TP in, but the creep dies, and now his boots are on cooldown. There's nothing he can do. Yule's on the Skyrat after getting the kill on the SK, but he will and gets ulted by the Reaper Sight. Dismember onto the Mirana, but she has a BKB, so this rot isn't hurting him. It's hurting Pudge more than it's hurting anyone else. They're going to go for this Jug, try and prioritize that. And they will get the Jugs, but all they got was a tower. And there, a gold
Radiant's
swing
middle
back up to
tower is
3K
under
for the
attack.
Dire. Whew, what a game. Now Necro coming in with the heart. I don't think the Radiant have the tools to deal with this. Why is he not eating his Moon Shard? Scotty coming out for the Mirana soon. Nyx farming up. Still working on that sheep stick. SK has his sheep stick now. I don't know if he had it last fight. I didn't see anyone get hexed. But top of the net worth, still the Spectre in this SF. They're gonna plop a Ward in a Sentry, just get this wave pushed in. Now they're gonna take this.
Not much
They have
good's
creeps in
happening
base,
to
so they don't have
Radiant's
backdoor
bottom
protection.
tower.
Mirana does some damage. They're just gonna try and get this tower.
I guess Radiant
The
fortified
arrow
their
hits onto
structures.
the SF. They use the fort, but I feel like that's a waste. They only have 2 heroes up to defend. They will have others in 10 seconds, but the SF pops a BKB, but it's too late. The physical damage from Mirana coming out. The Tide goes down too. This is
Radiant's bottom
SF
tower
no
has
buyback.
fallen.
The Tide does have buyback, but he doesn't have Ravage.
Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen. Is Radiant going to let their bottom
Tide
barracks
buys
fall?
back, the spec is
Radiant's
back,
bottom
but
barracks have
they
fallen.
still have SK ult. They have Reaper Scythe just back up right now. They pop the MLS. They're going to sunlock the Pudge. And they're just going to push top. Crimson Guard coming out. So Ravage flies. Did he have a refresh orb? No, it must have just come off CD. And the Necro, that's a dieback. SK getting away. Spec gets hit with an arrow. This Pudge, the hook just barely misses. This is actually another reason I like doing this series, because while I'm casting this, you see all this BM happening, but it's after the fact. Like, you can say, so in the beginning of the game they were really mad at like SF and Spectre for feeding a lot, but right now they're their carries. They're carrying them right now. This game is 65 minutes in and these heroes are carrying them. Now it's, at this point, it's just the carries flaming each other. I don't think that the team is flaming them now, but I know for a fact that whoever loses this, the ones that are getting flamed were getting flamed from their team. But here comes the Spectre. They're gonna get that SK ult, but barely any of it even gets hit to the Spectre. And the BKB for the SK is down now. They'll get the MLS. Dodge the arrow, dodge the stun. Ultimately, no kills. But 8K gold, 8K gold.
I'll take your trip.
Above. It's this has been the story all game. It's just been like kind of back and forth. They've had it most of it, but it's just been so back and forth. And they're looking for this Rosh. It's the refresher orb now. If they give this to the Juggernaut, does he has the +5 Omni Slashes. If he got his Ags, I think he could just solo the entire team with his ult. SF pinging it out like crazy. He thinks this is happening, and he's right. They scan on top of the Rosh pit, but that doesn't work. Mirana gets the Aegis, Jugs gets the cheese. The refresher orb, refresher shard, just chilling there. Mirana will take it for the double arrow. I mean, it's not the worst honor, but I think the Jugs would be, or the SK. I think the SK is definitely the best bet because he has that sheep now too, so he can have a double hex. And the Radiant desperately defending this last Verax. Back to what I was saying about the flame, it's like this SF and this Spectre, they're still doing work. Like, you can't call this SF bad for, I mean, you can for losing mid,
The prize
yes,
is mine.
but he recovered immediately. He got that Shadow Blade and the Ags at 23 minutes. Like, he recovered his game. And look at him. He's 6 slotted right now. Level 25. He is a threat to them. They back up when they see him. Like, I think this flame is unwarranted. He does finally eat his moon shard. Same with Jugs. They were flaming him, but he's like, he single-handedly took the mid-racks. They do end up giving him the refresher shard for his Omni Slash now. The Scotty up on the Mirana now. But what is she gonna? I guess she's gonna just wait until the Aegis is expired. But they're just continuing farming. Nyx does have the Sheepstick now. They should go. They have the Aegis. They have the refresher shard on the Jugs. Just push out lanes and then go top. No matter what, they'll have to deal with creeps on either side. And that's something they don't want to do. They don't want to be split up. They also don't want to be that far up. Pudge, now with the Shiva's Guard, looking for a hook. Here comes the Sacred Arrows. Off the mark. He pops the Shivas for the vision. Does not have no more Lincoln Sphere. Mirana sold the Lincoln Sphere.
Out of my bullseye.
Oh no, the arrow. Not that long of a stun though. Oh, because status resistance. How much strength he has because of the heart. That's true. Really? That was like a 3-second stun on what should have been like a 4 or 5 second arrow. Tied. Just waiting to pop his Ravage. But they know they keep hitting the same spot. Here come SK BKB. SF already almost down. He pops his BKB. He's gonna ult on top of most of them. The ult's gonna come back down, heal him. The Necro Scythe does not kill him, but the Necro goes down. The SK gets out of there. And the Mirana will drop. Where'd the Aegis go? Did it expire? But SF gets the kill on the Juggernaut. The Omni Slash just didn't do enough damage. Not enough magic damage either with the pipes. They need to push. This is where they need to push. SF getting these creeps away from the bottom so they can't rat. Mirana buyback, but it's her and SK against 4 once they come mid. Spectre with a double damage, they're just gonna go. No Lincolns, the BKB is forced out. The Juggernaut buys back. He does not have his ult though. What is he gonna do? SK's coming in. He's not stunning. He used a Sheepstick on the Tide, but that's not the one you want a Sheepstick. They're just gonna go for the Ancient. They're just gonna go straight for the DG.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
There's nothing they can do about this. SF, a VM ult.
Dire's Ancient is under attack. Radiant victory.
And the Radiant win. I'm glad they won. That Mirana's VM. Easy mid, by the way. Okay. It definitely wasn't an easy mid. But, very good game.
I'm fine with waiting and all, but let's go!
Alright, well that was a fun game. I enjoyed that one thoroughly. That was cool. That's my content. Alright, as always, if you see this video and you like what you see, just comment your match ID below, and I'll do a casting of your video. It can be anything from any skill bracket. You can see that all of these people, Crusaders, Archons, Legends, I don't care. I just love doing it. It's really fun to me, and I'm sure it's fun to get another person's perspective on a game that you play. Also, if you are a streamer and you have Twitch or anything, then message that to me as well, and I'll put that alongside these videos and give your channel a little boost. So thank you for watching. Always like, comment, subscribe. That'd be great. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.